Cavs fans, welcome back. Welcome back. It's another edition of the Cavs Show. We'll call it the Cavs Show
Well, the
because
Cavs show for today, why not?
we are a Cavs show. We talk about every team, but we are primarily Cavs and Nets on this channel. But this team is special. I said it last week. I'm going to say it again. We just keep winning. I'm really, really excited for the day you're seeing this is the day we are playing the Warriors. So I'm really excited for that game. I'm pumped. I think it's going to be a good one. I don't know. Like, we have to lose eventually. This team's not going to go 82-0.
Saturday.
But I'm riding the high.
Saturday.
Get out of here. But I just want to kind of hop on, just basically touch on all the things that are different from last year to this year. Just eye test, like a little bit of numbers with it and all that. But like, just eye test what's really caused this team to be different from 2023, 2024 to 2024, 2025. I'll start off and then you can obviously give your thoughts on everything, Finn. I just want to say DG's back, point blank period. A guy is in flow state and just having a great time out there when he's throwing that backyard like fake pass thing where you're dribbling, you fling it back to yourself, and then you just throw an underhand dime to Evan Mobley, or you're shooting a step back three on Dame and playing better than Damian Lillard on any given night, or closing out the Knicks. He's just back, and it feels so good because I had a lot of guys saying DG's washed, he's not good.
You had all over you. Pause.
Okay, see, that wasn't needed. My
fault. You were taking a lot of flack last year, though.
I was, and I had to own it. He wasn't great last year.
Here's what you did last year.
Put the hand up. I did put the hand up. But like his play, not only just the numbers wise, it's just how he's been playing. Now it's okay, let's let Evan bring it up. Let's let Donovan bring it up. I'm just gonna sprint to the corner because now, let's make another point here. We actually are playing with pace. So now I can sprint to the corner. Evan's bringing the ball up. Now a big has to go guard him, or if not, he's just going to Euro step or run straight through you for a dunk. So now a big has to come over. Darius Garland's wide open in the corner. He's sprinting, catch, shoot, three. He worked on it all summer. You can see it. It's a rhythm shot for him. He's hit it so many times this year. He's back. But what's your thoughts on DG? Because I know you've watched a couple games and he's special.
You kind of stole the point that I wanted to make, which is he looks very comfortable out there. I think it has to do a lot with coach empowerment. That's kind of like a pussy take, but I think that Kenny's pushing the right buttons and kind of pumping his tires. I'm sure there's some kind of internal dialogue. You're one of the best point guards in the NBA, one of the best two guards in the NBA, whatever they want to classify him as. As much as some people may think that he doesn't believe that and he's just trying to pump his tires, I genuinely think that Kenny Atkinson believes that. And it's instilling a belief up and down the roster, but in a very particular way. DG, I think coach is pumping his tires. And I think that they're also very connected, which always has and always will starts with the point guard.
Yeah, no. And another thing is like going off of like the coach believing in you kind of thing. Like we all know Darius Garland's not the best defender in the world. He's just not. Like he's good on occasion, but like he's not good, but like he's not great by any means. Kenny Atkinson from day one said Garland's a great defender. I don't know what you guys are talking about. And it's like he's said it so many times now to the point where I think Darius believes it and is like actually playing like it. Like in the Knicks game, he one-on-one sat in a stance, Brunson drove the lane, blocked him. Like I just like that never happened in years past. I think he has like an actual belief that he can guard and he's actually doing it, which is really, really cool. I already mentioned the pace. We're up to 8th in pace last time I checked. I can find it right now, actually. But the team is just like, I don't know how to explain
Everybody's bringing the ball up. That's how you explain it. Everybody's getting it and going.
They're obviously 12th in pace now, but that's because we played some slower games with the Bucks.
Exactly. I think that might have been like an inflated stat. I might have dropped. Obviously, they're like getting boards and throwing outlets. JA's not bringing the ball up and dunking like Giannis, but Mobley is.
Evan Mobley is.
Right. And the rest of the team is as well. You got guys who are catching off the glass, turning, and just going. And that is what you said preseason that needed to happen. The number one thing that you wanted to change from last year, besides you guys beating yourselves, was pace. And it seems like, although the stat doesn't necessarily reflect it, like we said, the Bucks game might have inflated that. They do look, when you're watching the games, like they're playing with significantly more pace than they have in years past.
Yeah, no, I want to pull up this stat because I don't know if it's still this close, but touches. Okay, so this is what I wanted to say because if you want to just talk last year, the Cavs were for touches. Donovan Mitchell was at 79 a game. Darius Garland was at 75. Mobley was at 59, and then it's Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland at such high touches, usage rate, whatever. Then you want to go to this year. It is Darius Garland 60, Evan Mobley 57, Donovan Mitchell 56, Jared Allen 43. And then it's also way higher down the line where everyone else is getting touches. That number is huge because I think like another thing is Mobley is getting these touches, and we could have seen Mobley get these touches and it not really turn into anything, and we revert back to okay, it's guard ball, no one else touches it. Karras on occasion, maybe Ty Jerome a little bit, but it's still going to be in a guard's hands at all times. Mobley's being aggressive as shit. And that is putting so much pressure on the defense. It opens everything up. And like, yes, we're still getting those lineups where it's one big between Jarrett and Evan on the floor and one of the guards, Donovan or Darius, and it all rotates throughout the game. But like Evan being aggressive or Jarrett catching the ball at the free throw line, taking a dribble and going to score, or sending a high screen and rolling really, really well, which is what Jarrett Allen does best. Like those things are super, super important. And the touches being that like even across the board, it means everyone's getting involved. And like the fact that Donovan Mitchell's third on that list and is still being as good as he is really good.
That's what you want from a utility. He's not a utility guy, but an all around utility guy, and I mean that in the sense of he can do everything.
He does a little bit of everything, yeah.
Right, and if he's your best player and you're the most confident with the ball in his hands, which if I'm you and I'm Kenny, I still feel that way.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't want it in his hands. That is the thing with the NBA is that when you have a guy like that you're so confident in, the point is not to give him the ball the entire game. It's to know you can give him the ball when you need to.
Yeah, and he's so he's so good. He's gonna get his buckets, man. Like if we need Like if we need him to score 45, he will go and score 45. There's no problem about that. He doesn't need to. That's the biggest thing. He's playing under 30 minutes a game right now.
Right.
Like that is huge. We're still going 10 deep, no matter injuries, doesn't matter.
Can I let me explain that just a little bit better, really briefly.
Yeah.
You want your best player, you want your team to be in such a good position that your best player doesn't need to be playing iso ball hogging, and taking bad shots. And regardless of if they go in or not, they're high-level NBA scorers. They're going to make those tough shots a lot of the time. That's fine. But if you can use your best player as more of a Swiss Army, it's kind of like the Harden on the Nets thing, which he wasn't the best player on that team. But you can kind of take the ability that, okay, we can give him the ball and he can do whatever he needs to do if we need it. But let's let him be a more well-rounded player, also conserving energy, and he's a great defender. Let's let him put some of that energy on the defensive end, which he's been playing great defense as well.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, it's also one of those things where if Darius or Donovan has the ball, all the attention's on them and it's on the ball. If Evan's bringing the ball up, now you can have Darius and Donovan run to the corners and come back up on down screens. And now, what the hell are you doing? Either Evan can just go and blow by someone, which he's done on countless occasions. His drive per games are way up this year on like 10 more a game almost. Or you can have Donovan and Darius come off a down screen and hit a three, or come off a down screen, curl it, get to the lane, throw a lob to Evan after he passes it and cuts to the hoop, like, or a back cut. Like, there's just so much you can do, and the offense just looks so much better. I'm just really pumped for this team. I didn't even get to talk about Jarrett because he has
been spectacular.
He's just so fun, man. He's just so fun.
But he's really been spectacular. Obviously, he's always going to defend the rim. He's been defending the rim at a very high clip. And obviously, he's always going to be a high field goal percentage guy. He's going to catch his lobs. He's going to get his O reps and land back up. But he's a great screener. Everybody knows he's a great screener. And the thing that jumps off the page the most to me, and I've seen this when he was wearing the black and white, and I've now seen it in Cleveland for the last 4 years. I watch a ton of games because you're such a big fan. He's a great bucket-to-bucket guy. He's a guy you can just have running 55s the whole game.
He runs with his little T-Rex arms where he runs like this. It's the funniest thing in the world.
He beats guys, and it leads to that where the guard, or I guess in this case it could be Evan, but typically the guard coming down on that right or left side, passing around the semicircle at half court, and you got him streaking with his hands up like he's a wide receiver. You're getting a lot of those lobs over the top for the layup or the dunk. And it's also forcing their big to get back and run. He's a very well-conditioned big. He always has been. And you just love a
He's
guy.
not the biggest guy. Like he's
No,
not
he's
the
not.
biggest big. He's only like 6'9", 6'10".
But you love to have a guy that rim runs, and he's rim running very well.
No. And like even just on that play I was talking about, the fake pass, he was rim running so well that the fake pass actually worked, drew in the defense, and now Evan is coming around the outside for basically a back cut and he shovels it off to him. Like those are the things that just the team they're getting so many easier baskets. And like I'll end with this. The team last year scored 130 points 4 times. They've done that 4 times this year.
Yeah.
Like that's all you need.
It's all scheming. I don't care what anybody says.
100%. And like another big thing is, yes, Kenny Atkinson's definitely on the right track as a coach. But another huge thing for him is these guys, for the most part, have been together for the last 3 years.
Right.
So like they know what to do, like where guys like the ball. Like you can even say Max Strus, George Niang, Ty Jerome, they're newer pieces. They all signed last year, but they still been there. Ty Jerome was hurt, but Ty Jerome's been awesome. Awesome. Karis LeVert doesn't even play like Karis LeVert anymore. Like I don't even know how to describe that. He's actually efficient. I could go on about this team for hours and hours, but we're probably going to do these videos weekly.
I think at this point, with both of our teams playing pretty well, we're obligated to do so.
Yeah. But yeah, just special stuff. Leave your thoughts in the comments. If you want us to talk about a specific player, I'll do that. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and peace.